At 3:34, it is Wednesday, April the 8th, Wanted Wednesday. And that means we try to show you some pictures so we can help identify some of Prince George's County Police most wanted criminals. And that also means that Julie Parker joins us with a good look at some of the suspects caught on camera. It's always nice to have you here.
Thanks for having us, Steve.
We've got a couple of things to talk about, beginning first with a residential robbery. What's the deal on this?
This was in College Park on March 28th, about 3:45 in the morning. We want to stress this was not a random crime. We know this. Here, take a look at the video. We've got 3 suspects that our detectives are working to arrest in connection with this residential robbery in an apartment building. This is the 4300 block of Knox Road, again, just before 4 a.m. on March 28th. In this elevator, you'll see the suspect with this bright yellow jacket looking straight at the security camera.
Smile for the camera.
We feel strongly someone will recognize him, or that very distinguishable backpack he's got on. You'll see him turn around and you'll get some of the images of this backpack, which perhaps you may recognize. They broke into an apartment, confronted the residents, and took property, and now we are working to find them. You can remain anonymous if you have information and call 1-866-411-TIPS.
And again, you don't think that this is they didn't just walk down the hall and say, okay, we're busting into this place. They knew these people. They were going after something in there.
Yes, we can't give you all the details, but
Sure.
we want the community to know that it wasn't a random act of violence.
Okay. The second thing we're going to talk about right now is something that hits close to a lot of people. Automatic teller machines are a great convenience. They are also a great opportunity if you're a bad person, aren't they?
They are. In this case, the bad guy did not get what he went after. He tried to get money from an ATM in the 5800 block of Martin Luther King Jr. Highway in Seat Pleasant. This was about midnight on March 25th. He did plenty of damage to the ATM itself, but he didn't get away with any money. We're hoping you can get a look at his face right there and tell us what you may know about him. What we do know is that you can remain anonymous. You can call us. You can potentially get money if your information leads to an arrest and a conviction in either one of the cases that we brought you here today.
Talk about ATM machine robberies, or in this case, you're trying to, I assume he was trying to get money out of there, right, at the very least. I mean, but usually it's people will hang around outside and hit people as they've gotten cash. You've been doing some things, though, to try and cut down on that crime.
Well, we have. We noticed an uptick in those crimes in 2014, and this year we're seeing a reduction thanks in part to a heavy police presence around businesses that have ATMs. We've also worked closely with the businesses themselves and urged them to move those machines away from the front doors of the buildings where they can be very obvious into the back of the building, or also to boost the security on the ATM itself. It could be very flimsy, or you can buy a sturdier one that's harder to steal.
If I'm just going to the ATM to get out some cash, there are probably some things I could be doing too, just frankly to make myself a little safer.
Don't be on this. Don't be multitasking when you're at the ATM, paying no attention to your surroundings. You hear it over and over again. Pay attention, but there's a reason for it. If you're engrossed in your phone, well, bad things can happen.
A number of the machines themselves now have little mirrors, wide-angle mirrors behind them, so you can see if somebody's standing behind you. It's probably a pretty good idea one time just to glance at that, or at the very least, just turn around and see who's standing in line behind you.
Thank you. You could come work for us.
Well, this is a very good partnership. I like the fact that Julie joins us on Wednesdays here in the afternoon edition. And there's the phone number again, 1-866-411-TIPS. We've got really good pictures in both of those, particularly the one of that residential robbery, also that ATM theft. Julie, it's always a pleasure.
Thanks for your help.
Joining us this afternoon.